Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Title Tuesday. For the first time ever, I've been on this channel before, so not exactly for the first time ever, but for the first time ever as a host. So welcome everyone. Before we head into the Title Tuesday, which starts in about 2 minutes, a quick decision, guys. Are we going to cover this event? Am I going to play? Which one do you want? It's basically whatever you want. So,
Which
hello
one?
everyone. Welcome to
Oops,
this
oops, oops,
edition
oops,
of
oops.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Which one do you want? Are we going to play? Are we going to commentate? It's your choice. I don't see Nihal in the top 10, so probably he's not playing. Usually his rating is right up there. I see Ronak. So Ronak is probably going to be the highest rated Indian in this title Tuesday. So maybe what we can do is I start playing and then let's see how the tournament goes. And during the breaks, we cover the games. What say people? Cover and play. Commentate. There is quite a bit of commentate. There's quite a bit of play. Let's see, guys. We'll I have entered the tournament. So this is the players list right now. There is Naroditsky right on top. Uh, a bit not quite visible. Will fix that. Andrekin, Sarana, Dubo, Jeffrey Chong, Raunak, wonderful time. Lame in Fedosiv. I prefer to call him wonderful time though. Dropstone DP, David Paravian, Bill. I'm not sure who Billy Kimba is. Um, we'll find out, I guess. And Shield 12, this is the players list. It starts in 20 seconds, guys. So the first game is always trials, as you know, as people who have been following me must be familiar with right now. Let's see how the first one goes. What Rohan says, it sounds fair. So let's see. Hikaru is not there, so someone else has the lucky chance to try and finish in the first place. If Hikaru was around, I guess people would already be competing for the second place, which is also a pity. The game has begun, by the way, so let's go, guys. Let's go. The game has begun. We will play Blitz King 642. We will, you'll have to do with my calming, melodious voice for the first round, but we will start having music and stuff from the next round onwards, whenever there's a break. So, pretty modest opening what I played. And with Queen C1, I am attacking the C5 pawn. If he defends with B6, I was hoping to get something with D4, but nothing happening. He can just take knight into D4. So I need to get some Queen B to check, Rook C1, and then D4. Or go with D4 and then try to get some Rook D1. Maybe Rook D1 with the idea of D4. Yeah, Hikaru would be traveling back, I guess, but you never know with Hikaru, you know. He could be doing anything and still streaming. The man never ceases to amaze and astonish me. Okay, I should have seen this coming. Title Tuesday is a more serious tournament than your average online Blitz tournament. So I should have seen this coming. I did not see this coming. And I think black has a. Okay, I don't. Is there some knight g5? With knight g5, he takes queen into g5. I wish I can get d4, but that's not happening. So queen b2 would be met by f6, but let's just go with it. Queen b2, next rook a c1, and just keep making moves fast and hope that opponent makes a mistake at some point. I guess knight e4 at some point, h4 is an option, d3, knight knight to e4 for the moment. Bishop h3, there's always bishop h1. Right now we are doing a kind of wait and watch, although I wish I had this h3 in earlier. Knight d4, can I play e3? Then knight into f3 and bishop g4. It's a pretty equal position. But it's not a great idea to allow this, so let's just go for e3. I'm playing a blitz king after all, so not much pressure on me, all the pressure on him. and we want to try and get d4 at some point. Yeah, let's go. Shall we go for d4? Let's go for it. Let's go for it, chat. Let's go for it. I haven't prepared against this bishop g4 though. Bishop g4, maybe I go queen e2, bishop into f3, queen into f3. That's one option. He gets f5 and e4 with the tempo. That's the annoying part of it. And now bishop g4. Do I have some knight into f6 in there? Bishop g4, I have knight into f6, right? Knight into f6, there's d into e5. And bishop g4, knight into f6, king into f6, I have d e5 check and rook into d5 with a tempo. So that works, I think. Or more like, I hope it works. Let's see. Okay, he just doesn't go for it. Instead, he goes for f5, which is of course a better move. I wish I still have knight f6 though, but here it's not effective. He takes with the king, d if I check, king f7. Should I just go d into e5? It doesn't feel like it should work, but maybe we'll just go for it and see what happens. It shouldn't work because it's a pretty simple threat, but also he's paralyzed for the moment. It's not easy for him to make a move, and therefore that's the hope. This is still in a pin. He's under a pin. He's pinned. How do I exploit it though? Queen e3, queen d6, queen d4, queen c4. Where should my queen attack from? f3. Let's go queen. Queen e2 gets hit by knight c3. Should it b7? And no, that shouldn't work. I can go queen e3, or maybe I'll just do h4. Just pass for the moment and see how it goes. Bishop into d5, e6 check was tempting. I don't know why I didn't take it more seriously. But now I have some queen d2, queen g5. Yeah? This is the advantage of making these little passing moves. So queen d2 with the idea of queen g5 and queen f6 check is an option. I don't see how it defends. So the gamble paid off, I guess. Bishop into d5, bishop into d5, queen into d5. Bishop into d5, he wants rook d8. Oh, okay. This is his plan. Man with a plan. This is clever. And probably okay, bishop into d5 and have queen c3. Let's see if this works. But here's queen f6 check at the end. So rook into d5, rook into d5, bishop d5, e6, queen f6, queen c7 check, and e7 is interesting. Oh, there's queen e1 check at the end. This shouldn't really be working for me. How am I going to save this though? I think I need to give constant checks now. Queen c1 check, make a draw. Bail out. But he does have this option to play. Okay, take a draw. Not a great result, but not bad either. Not bad. Not bad for a start until we fix the other things. I hope so far everything is good. So far you're having a fun time. The audio, the video, and everything. I hope it's audible. I hope you're not going no sound. Actually, it's a good thing when people go no sound. That actually means the audio is working. Just give me a moment. Can you hear any music audio? I guess not. Once again, give me a moment. Can you hear some music? Ishan, are you talking about me out there in the chat? Can you hear the music, people? Cool. Is the music audio levels fine? Is it okay? Cool, let's go. So now that that's fixed, hopefully some better chess from the next rounds. And also an update on the other Indian players. Raunak has won his first game. Who are the other Indian players playing today? Pranav is playing. Pranav has won his first round. Not a lot of Indian participation in the Sham Nikal. Sham Nikal has won his first round. I am CRG Krishna. Not a lot of grandmasters today, is it? Or is it just that I don't see them up there? I don't see a lot of grandmasters. Oh yeah, there's swimmer chess, Siva Mahadevan, international master, and there's Setu 0025. So Setu is also out there. Not quite sure who's White Knight 26. Rohit Krishna. So it's a pretty lukewarm Indian field, I should admit. There's no Indian lad, and there is no a lot of notable absentees. Oh, Sarana has lost the first round, by the way. That's a massive upset. Sarana rated 30-50, has lost against Pavel Plotniko, which means I get to brag that I had a better score than Sarana at some point in this tournament. And still one more game going on, after which we'll have the round 2 almost immediately. She said, how about chat predicts? Right, round 2. Let's go. This time, 5 out of 11? Really? Wow. That's going to be tough, guys. I am really not sure if I can score 5 out of 11. Caravan defense. Back in the days, people used to play bishop f5, and it was like some 30 moves of theory. And then they found that this knight f6 was a lot more convenient, and Caravan became a lot easier to play and accessible to everyone. So this is the story of how Caravan became accessible. Bishop c4, bishop d6, then we casual shot, and rook e8, I guess. 2 out of 8, wow. So I'm like 25% out there. My score after the first 8 rounds. Let's see. Do I have rook into e2 here? He just takes bishop into d6. Then can I take rook into c2? Do I have it? Do I not have it? I think I don't have it, because rook into e2, bishop into d6, there's rook into c2, bishop b3. I can go rook into b2, but at the end I'm losing the exchange. So I guess it's not a great idea. And also this position looks pretty decent for black at the moment. So how do I continue? Bishop into f4, knight into f4, rook e4, then he just goes back knight e2. So that's one option. b5 is an option. Bishop into f4, knight into f4. Okay, I have spent way too much time. I need to get this knight out. So knight d7, knight f8, knight g6. But it's not easy to do that because this bishop is in the way. So this is the problem that I'm facing. So what I'll do is I'll just make a waiting move for the moment. Bishop g6. It blocks the knight, but allows defense against some future queen b3. So we want to get knight d7, knight f8, knight e6, bishop into f4, knight f4, rook e4 is also possible. I don't quite like knight a6. Yeah, they do make these moves occasionally, but I don't want my pawn structure to be like that. Pawns on a7, a6, c6. So bishop h5, threat is bishop at f4. He defends it, which I need to anticipate my opponent's move a bit more. Let's go a. I don't like this position a lot for black, to be honest. I think we just go for a wholesale exchange and then get the pieces out there. Takes. Knight to d7. Get the knight out. At the end of this, my position isn't really great, but it's also not bad, I guess. Trying to take control of the e file so he doesn't have this rook e1. Now I want my queen out here on h2. So start with queen d6. Rook e1, what do we do? Rook e1, knight e6, king g1 we can do. Just rook d8. And then knight g6. Yeah, I guess we'll do knight g6. Queen e8 check, there is rook into e8. Sees it. Just a bit of extra additional protection out here. H4, I guess we can prevent it with h5, but do we want to do that? Do we want to? He's making good moves though. Knight e7. We need to try and get some f5 going at some point. Pawns on the dark squares. Queen e4, there will be f5, I guess. Put all the pawns on dark squares for now. More dark squares. As long as it doesn't blend or anything, it should be okay. b6. At some point we will want to play c5, but it's not going to be so easy to achieve. So right now we're just playing the waiting game. f5 with the idea of g6. h5 is an option in the future. h5, queen h6 check. It's all pretty dangerous for my king though. It's all pretty dangerous for my king. I just hope he gets a bit over ambitious at some point. King g7, he takes and gets the rook to e6, infiltrates. So queen d7. I think I'm losing something. I'm losing a pawn. I need to try and make a draw here. To try and defend. This is getting very bad. Very bad. I can just take this. Queen to f7 because I want to have this option of rook e8. Just trying to trade pieces, trying to make a draw. Okay. That's partly an improvement towards it. Defending this pawn. Pawn structure isn't great either. Queen 8, we do defend a lot. Queen e4, does queen c7 check and queen into b6. So I guess we start with b5, we send us queen to a5 and then we go queen e4. King h7. Queen c4 check and e4 we want. a4. Queen c4 check. Can I go queen b3? I think I can. Queen c6, queen b2. Now he starts pushing this pawn though. Shouldn't have allowed that. I shouldn't have allowed that. Now we have to try for a perpetual, but I just don't see it happening. Let's push our own pawn. Okay, some hope that I'm not losing already. Itself a massive thing here. And seems like I'm going to survive this. It's gonna be a draw, guys. He's gonna keep checking and I just don't see a way out. 1 out of 2. But that was crazy because at this point he could have won so easily. Something like Queen C7, Queen B7, even at this point something like Queen C8, because after Queen D5 check there's just King H2. The King just hides at H2 and now he has Queen H8 check, Queen D4 and it's game over. Queen H8 check, D8 Queens comes with a check. So crazy stuff, but we did it and it's 1 out of 2. And a huge upset in the first board. Dania has drawn against CRG Krishna. That's a massive upset. It looks like he was also worse. He was also clearly worse. But he managed to pull it off, guys. He also managed to make a draw. And so far, things not going great for me at the moment. But still no defeats, so not too bad either. 1 out of 2. We still haven't quite taken off, and it's time for round 3 against Big Al. D4, what should be my first move? D4, knight f3, c4, e4, the 4 respectable first moves. Knight f3. Should I go Catalan or London? I don't have much of a choice here. Knight c3. I want to get a win going. My first win in the history of hosting Title Tuesday for chess.com. So let me play a bit better in this game. This is a beautiful pawn structure for white. I need to be a bit careful defending this pawn though. I could play Bishop f1 is the move, I think. I vaguely remember it being Bishop f1. Queen b6, and now do we go some Knight c2 or Knight b3? I don't quite remember. I like Knight c2 because in the future it's easier to develop this pawn. Then we want to get Bishop e3 going. Rook b1 is also something that might be necessary because we want Bishop e3. And in some cases, after Bishop e3, Queen into b2, Knight a4, the Queen just gets trapped. Maybe this is one of those cases because Bishop e3, Queen into b2, Knight a4, Queen gets trapped. Knight f3 check is an option, King h1, and then there is no move. Yeah, Bishop e6, Bishop e3 is the move, I think. Bishop e3 and why shouldn't I just go b3 though? Something wrong with b3? I mean, I know there is a lot on the first move, but out here I don't see anything wrong. What's the name of my opponent? Ali Murtazavi. I know him. I've seen him on Twitter. That's the extent of how much I know him. Draw is always better than loss. True. Literally always. Knight h5, I think I can just defend with Bishop e3. Attacking this, I defend like this, and then there's going to be Queen e5. Then I go Bishop d2. And then he goes back Queen b6. Maybe third draw incoming. Knight into c4, what do we do? We missed knight to c4 check. but we'll figure out a way. Bishop into c4. Okay, he just doesn't go for it. Should we take a draw? Should we do it a hat trick? 3 in a row. Or just go king g2 for a moment. This variation is a bit tricky, to be honest, in blitz. I don't see anything wrong with knight a4. Go away queen. Should have gone rook c1, considering he went queen c7. Wasn't expecting that. Because he has d5 now. Rook c1 would have kind of prevented it. Not just discouraged, prevented it. So now d5. He does go d5, then takes and knight d4, right? d5 also I can go knight c3. And knight into e6. d5, knight d4. So apart from me, of course, whom you're all watching right now, who else are you looking forward to follow in this title Tuesday? Chat. What if we just take this pawn? Is that a problem? I don't see any. He takes back here, but I don't mind that, to be honest. Start driving the relaxed pieces back. Okay, really? Interesting. Interesting. I didn't see that quite coming. We go for the d5 square. I'm having the last condition. If he wants to give it up, we'll gain some space. He loves these kind of stuff. I should have seen this coming. He loves to go for it, and it's a pretty effective strategy in blitz to just throw the kitchen sink at your opponent. Siva Mahadevan, Sumo Chess, and who else? Bishop into e4, queen g4. Okay, this we don't mind at all, do we? We have 3 pieces. Let's slow down a bit. We have 3 pieces. We have 3 pawns for the piece. Just bishop c3 is a threat. I go king g2. And if I don't, he takes this pawn. I guess I can keep king g2, but I don't really want to go the queen from that. King g2 really is such a problem because rook c1, bishop g2. It is, yeah. Yeah, I could go queen c2, yeah. I could go queen c2 anytime. King g2, bishop c3, there is queen c2. Can't believe it took such a long time to see that. Yeah, now I think we are in a good space. Could have gone queen h6 over the last one. It's okay. Now is the phase where I find it incredibly hard to play while talking. He will come queen g4. King goes to h1. Have to be very careful here. Small slip and big GG's for me. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't see that happening. I mean, I didn't expect him to miss that his rook is hanging, but I guess he got a bit tunnel vision there. And this should be easy. Close one, guys. Close one. Close one, but we got that. I don't think Vedar is playing here, is he? Raunak is playing though. Raunak has one. Raunak has one, and who else are we looking at? So Raunak has what, 3 out of 3? That's cool stuff. And apart from Raunak, I guess all the games are over. So let's have a quick look at the standings after round 3, which might, yeah, it gets updated. Raunak on 3 out of 3 along with Jeffrey Chong, and Pranav also on 3 out of 3. Two young kids, and about 24 people on 3 out of 3. Setu with 2.5, half point more than us. Who else on the top? Need to slow down a bit. Dania also on 2.5. Sumach has 2 out of 3. Siva Mahadevan. Legend in unknown. Who's this? Harshoj and GB. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 seems like the standard score for a lot of Indian players, right? On average. Oh, Sahil is playing. Cool. How many points does he have? No idea how many points he has. But, yeah, he's playing. Another white, almost rewarded for the previous win. What should be the first move? Let me start with knight f3 this time. e3. Channeling my inner Hikaru. Okay, this has gone into a Slav defense, the Chebenenko Slav. I want to take this pawn so that I should have played h3 the previous. I regretted it the moment it left my cursor. Left my hand. Gotta get a5. Now we will gang up on this pawn. Where does my king go in the future? It's not so clear. I'm not sure if we will be too thrilled at allowing me to play. This pawn is a weakness, this pawn is a weakness because of that. We'll come rook c1 next. Knight e5, queen into d7, he has to take back with the knight. Should be okay. Rook c1, how will be different? We are trading queens by force, so we don't have to worry so much about our king for the moment. I can just take this, yeah. Go into the endgame. The idea of e5. These two pawns are a bit of a weakness. Go with e5 will go f4. I mean, not immediately, but it takes e5 as f4. He goes e5 directly. I can't do f4 now. He just takes d into e4. What a pity. Takes, bishop into b4, bishop into b2. I take into d5. Can I start with that? I don't like it so much. Maybe b3, you know, so that I can take get down stuff. Also fix this pawn for the moment. Fix doesn't prevent it from going. Not exactly fix. Knight c6, we take e into d5. Knight into d5, bishop f5 check. Knight c6, e into d5, he can go knight into d4. Takes. Now we can do some rook c6 maybe. So that's an option. Rook c6, bishop into a6. Or rook c6, rook into a6. Either way. And d into e4, f into e4, e d4, knight d4. also an option. Knight c6, we take e d5. He can take knight into a5 though. But then I start giving him problems. Oh, my opponent is also a national master, by the way. That's... Yes, Pranav has won all three. Knight d4 takes and rook c6. This is what we had seen. Any rook c8 related stuff? Oh wait, this is a stupid move by me. He has knight into d4. I forgot about this completely. Doesn't go for it. That's kindness. Why didn't he go for that? But even with this, it's not like my position is glowing. Rook into a6, rook into a6, bishop into a6, that's knight into d5. Can I go bishop f4 here? How does it sound? Bishop into f4, there is rook f6. An interesting move. At least it keeps things complex. Knight e8, I can just take a pawn, and if not, you can go some rook e8 check, I guess. Then we just go king d1 or king f1. I don't know. Not too sure, but the good thing is he's playing slow, so that's always good in blitz if your opponent is playing slow. I think I just do king d1, yeah. I need this rook to come out, but king d1 looks better for the moment. Bishop is attacked, so there's no rook c8, rook f4 coming. And where does he go? Maybe bishop d6. Wait, I just take this, no? Kind of saw this coming. Maybe I should have inserted a check first. But okay, this gives all these additional options. It captures this too. Threatening bishop b4. At least I have some just inner justification for not capturing with the check earlier. Rook into d4. What next? King c5, d6. d7 and it's game over. b3 check, king b2. Just not to allow this rook b1, rook b8. Okay, so that was smooth, and it's 3 points out of 4 games, guys. But I had 3 whites, so that's a lot of whites. But nevertheless, it's a pretty decent score, I imagine. And let's quickly have a look at the other games going on. There is Jigalko against... Oh, Pranav is playing against Shield 12. I guess that's Wokido Shamsuddin. And it's a pretty complex question, but Pranav seems to be having a lot of time. And how is Ronak doing? Knight h3 check. It's a problem for Black King to allow this rook e8, rook h8. So this is a danger. Knight to g5, rook e8, rook into f3 check, king g2, and it looks like it's over. Knight f7. He can play knight f4 check, king g4. King g4, knight f7. There's some knight e5 incoming, yeah. But knight e5 he can take. So knight f7. Now white has to find a finishing blow. Pranav, what is the finishing blow here? Which maybe just take rook into a6, rook a8. Yeah, just collect the pawns. Take this pawn. This is an important pawn, and then rook a8, a6, a7. That would be pretty powerful. You do want to keep this pawn though, because it keeps the black king bound. Oh, this is what he was going for. Knight d6. Knight d6, and it's a mating net. So it's game over, and Pranav is going on 4 out of 4. And Setu is with 3.5 out of 4. And the candidate master, Rohit Krishna, is also on 4 out of 4. How cool is that? How is Champ 2005 doing so far? Ronak. Raunak also has 4 out of 4. And oh wait, he has 3 out of 3. What happened in the fourth round? He's still playing. Okay, he's playing. Raunak is playing. How do we find him and watch his game? I can't find his game. I guess it's just not updated. Where is where is oh, he drew. He drew, so he has 3.5 as well. So the roundup after 4 rounds, he drew against Timofey. So the roundup after 4 rounds, ETN back row is in the lead. And just a moment. The standings still properly visible. 18 back row in the lead, Botnik in the second place. About 8 players in the lead, including 18 back row, Botnik, Subiro, Sanal Wahab, Demchenko, and Pranav. Rohit Krishna and Pranav, 2 Indians. So 25% in the lead, guys. Why is Vidit not playing this? I have absolutely no idea, but he probably wants to do something else at this time at 8:30. Maybe he's training, maybe he's out having dinner. Setu with 3.5 and Raunak also with 3.5. So from the 9th place onwards, we have a bunch of people at 3.5, including Danya and Grandmaster Crest and a bunch of Grandmasters. And then we have some very strong players as well on 3 out of 4. For example, wonderful time, we have Nikhil Dikshit from India, the legend Gata Kamsky, Alexei Sarana, because I also have 3 out of 4. That's why I started with some very strong players. The playlist is just non-copyright music. It's nothing special. Just go to Spotify and you have a bunch of non-copyright NCS, non-copyright songs, and that's it. So 3 out of 4, guys. It's gonna be a 6-minute break now, I think. Oh yes, Vidit is meditating. He's deep into meditation right now. He's in a retreat, and he had retired from chess, right? Yeah. I recollect now. I recollect that Vidit has retired from chess. Yeah, so getting back here, how has been the tournament for us so far? 3 out of 4. I think the first game was like topsy-turvy. Let me just quickly run the analysis in all the games so we see the percentage pretty quickly. Game review going on. Yeah, almost done. 90.8 on the first round. After knight c6, I should have gone for d4 directly. Queen c1 and rook d1 was pretty lousy here because black just got e5, a very strong center. Immediately I felt something was off, but it was already at the point of no return, and after this black's position was completely okay. I think I was kind of lucky to get away with a draw here. I was worse throughout, piece down, and even here, even at this point, he just had to find a way to get his king safe, and I would have been in trouble. I haven't won the title Tuesday so far, but I have gotten credit for it because Srinath Narayanan has won, and they published an article saying that I won the title Tuesday. So I have gotten credit for it, but I haven't won it myself yet. My best is the third place. Second game was also okay, I guess. Oh my god! I made a blunder here. I made a blunder. Do you see it? Chat, do you see white to play and win here? This was a blunder and it's a massive blunder. But I don't see it myself. Bishop, what? Why is white winning so much here? Ah, I see it now. No, I don't see it. Yeah, I see it now. I see it. I see the tactic for white. So this is a blunder, white to play and win. What do you think, chat? What? How does white win here? Here is your puzzle rush survival. This would be after move 50 though. Yeah, bishop d6, queen into d6. Then what? You can't see it, right? Bishop d6, queen into d6. Okay, what with the back rank? Back rank, yes, but what? Bishop into d6, queen into d6, and now what? Here is the move. Here is a move which neither of us saw. Although to be honest, I didn't see bishop into d6 itself during the game. What lousy first two games I had. Are rounds 3 and 4 any better? Yes, knight f4. Knight f4 is important. Well done, Niklesh. But a pretty lousy first 4 rounds so far. None of the games are over 95%. Bishop into d6, queen into d6, and you have to go knight f4. This is important. Because if you go knight g3, then after rook into e1 check, queen into e1, black can go bishop g6, and after queen e8 check, there is bishop f8. Sorry, there's queen f8. So you have to keep attacking this bishop with knight f4, and after rook into e1, queen into e1, if black goes bishop g6 now, because the bishop is attacked, and white is also threatening queen e8 check. So if black goes bishop g6, now there is knight into g6 and queen e8 check, and this is game over. Bishop into f7, queen g8. It's not only that the f7 pawn is lost, and now queen f8, there is bishop into f7 check, the super tactic. So this was game over for me, but fortunately this didn't happen. And here we are undefeated so far at 3 out of 4. This game was also not great, I guess, filled with mistakes. Yeah, I should have gone bishop e3 here. I just didn't remember it. Queen into b2, there's knight a4, yeah? And the queen is trapped. Oh, my next game has started by the way. So I should close this all. And get back to 3 out of 4. d4, knight f6. Let's go stolid, yeah? c4, e6, the Nimzo Indian defense. This is e3 is the Rubinstein variation. Here I can go c5 or d5. I guess I'll go d5. cd, ed, a3 is a trending move, but knight f3 is c5. Okay, cd out here is not that common. It's not so common. How do I recapture this? ed, he wants d into c5. He knows what he's doing. Now what do we do? Should I take like this? I'll try, huh? Bishop into c3. I'll take like this. Bishop f5, that's just a3. I wouldn't want to take bishop into c3, so let's go knight e6 with the idea of b4. e3, bishop a4. a3, I can also go bishop e7. This bishop doesn't seem so well placed. He can do knight b5 though. a3, bishop c5. Okay. Just a5, I guess. We want to get d4. Although he can still play a3, but now have the a7 pawn. And now I think after d4, black is completely fine. Just equal. Takes. Wholesale exchange incoming. Take everything. Bishop e3, queen h4. And okay, then it's just an equal question. Not easy to win in these types of questions though. And it's pretty easy to lose by overpressing. Although I'm incredibly inspired by the way Arjun plays chess. So if he can do it to all those grandmasters and 2600s, maybe I can try to do it to the international masters. Let's see. Bishop e3. If bishop e3, queen h4, what is he thinking? Maybe he wants bishop g5, yeah? Bishop e6, then bishop g5. I can also play knight e4. Anticipation is a very important part of any sport, any game, any sport. In anything, it's very important to anticipate what your opponent will do and be ready to counter it. And anticipation is important not just to be prepared against what your opponent wants to do. In some cases, it's also very useful to surprise your opponents, which is a very important component in any game. Now we can play bishop a6, but there is queen e4. Bishop g4 is an option with the idea of bishop into c3. I like bishop g4, to be honest. Creates a threat. Although it could turn into nothing, like bishop g4, bishop into g4, knight into g4, there's bishop f4. So this is the problem, and knight g4 also, bishop f4 is a problem. So bishop e6, queen a4, and maybe I'll start with bishop g4. I don't know, but this doesn't feel like there is something here. Rook d4 is what he intended, but I will go queen h1. Nothing is hanging at the moment. I mean, none of my pieces are hanging at the moment. And bishop into g4, knight into g4, bishop f4. I might have... No, but it loses control of the d5 square. So... Now I have bishop c5. Something feels off with the way he's playing. But also shouldn't be much, I guess. Shouldn't be much. Bishop c5, rook d3. I can go bishop f5, bishop into c5, bishop into d3, bishop into f8, and now bishop into f1. So let's try it out. Rook d3, bishop f5. This is what he wants. I have just bishop d6 now. This is not what I expected. Knight d5, I can just take it. Knight e4 also, I can take it. We are winning an exchange now, but it is not totally without compensation. Can take this exchange next move also, so I start with rook b8. Do I have some g5? Did I have some g5? Yes, g5 was stronger. So when we get a better position, we often kind of stop trying to find the best moves. It's a big psychological policy that we human beings have. f7 is protected for now, which can be a very vulnerable spot for the counter attack. There are some bishop d6 related things to take care of. I'll just trade these guys just to prevent any attack on f7. I think just rook e8, just defending everything. He's looking very actively for a counter attack. Yeah, I had threatened his back rank, he defends it. Keeping it safe for a moment. I believe everything is safe for the moment. Rook d4 wins, yeah. Queen f2, queen g2. Okay, smooth. Uh, Queen G6 instead of Bishop E6, then Rook E1. Yeah, I can play Queen G6, but it's just safer, Bishop E6. Because Bishop D6 was one of his counterplay attempts, and then you have to be careful against some attack on the back rank, and White had to already go for it. Pranav is completely winning. He's defeating Sanan Sugiro, who is about 2680 and a very, very strong player. Rook into c4, rook into c4, queen d5, very tricky. Sanan has what? 2 seconds, bishop c6 and rook g4. h5, rook g3. Bishop e5. Oh, he won on time. Which was expected. White was under too much pressure. And the other game, Champ 2005. Where is Champ? Where is Champ? Oh, he has 4.5. He has won his 5th round. Setu was also doing quite well. I misclicked. Setu lost. Setu lost against Ferozi, Big Fish. And the other games, the other Indians. How did CRG do after his early draw? Oh, Rohit Krishna has 5 out of 5. So out of 4 players on 5 out of 5, Rohit Krishna and Pranav, Pranav, they're both on 5 out of 5. It's pretty impressive. Raunak breathing down their necks with 4.5 out of 5. And how was my accuracy in this game? I think it was a bit better. Should be a bit better compared to the previous games. Let us work it out. Meanwhile, let's have a look at the standings. Saran has 3 out of 5. Wow. Saran has only 3 out of 5. That was certainly not expected. How is our dear friend Chess Assist doing? Maybe I've gone a bit too low. CRG has 2.5 out of 5. Not a great tournament. Eric Hansen has 2.5 out of 5. Wow. Okay, this was also not such a great game by the looks of it. And looks like I made a blender in this game also. Not going to be easy against stronger players, I guess. Oh, why do I play so bad? Okay, so who are we waiting for? I guess all rounds over. And round 6 begins. I'm playing against Terry Renato. Super strong blitz player. Queen's Indian defense. It's not such a fun opening, to be honest. Taking control of the center, but I'm not going to get much out of this. I don't think I'm going to get anything out of the opening. It's going to be an equal position. Am I running into some tactic here? Queen b7? I think I have knight f3, so... No, but this looks so dangerous for me. If I have bishop g5. That was close. It looks super awkward. Still looks awkward. If I have bishop g5, so should be okay. I need to watch out for any related tactic here. Rook a1, knight b4. I have queen e3 at the very least. And then I want to play b3. Knight b4. Yeah, queen e3, rook into c4. This hasn't quite gone the way we intended things to be. But okay, this is what we have. Actually, it's not so bad because rook into c4, queen e7, knight d5, knight into d5. But what if I'm missing something here? Like, knight d5, knight d5, knight d5. I can take queen into f8 and rook into c4, so that's a bailout that we have. But what if we are missing something right here? If it doesn't have anything better than knight d5, then we are absolutely okay. Rook 8, there is queen d6, so that's not a problem. And apart from that, we do have moves like d3. Okay, this looks complex. Should we just do rook d1 here? Queen cannot be attacked for the moment. Rook d1 looks good. You can take this, but then I go rook into d7 first. Important interjection. So rook into d7 is a threat. We do have this, right? Sure, hope so. And then we have b into c3 next. But okay, he still has knight d5, so he'll have compensation. But this looks nice for white so far. Queen c6, rook c7 is also an option. Queen c6, what else can we do? What will he do here? He will, I think, try and find something tricky. Queen c8. If I take this, then he takes this. No longer having any knight d5 related stuff. Let me see anything better than b into c3 for the moment. Takes knight into a2, I think I would love to get the third heavy piece on the 7th rank. And if he doesn't do that, the rook to c3. At some point, bishop d6 looks super strong. Yeah, should I just go for this? Rook a1 and rook into a7. Or should I go for rook d1 and rook d8? I think with rook d1, rook d8, knight into c3 hits with a tempo. So from that, POV. But I feel there should be a third option which is stronger than these two. This position should be a massive advantage for white. And in a classical game, I would have no problem at all. In a blitz game, it's not quite my cup of tea. Knight. I feel rook c2 should be the move. Rook c2, knight into c3, and then there should be something else. I don't know. I think I'll just go rook a1 and rook d7. Should go with instinct in blitz. Not a great idea to calculate. Okay. Get this bishop out. Defensive piece. Feels incredibly wrong the way he's playing. Queen trade. You don't want queen trade. Is there a good way to evade it? Queen d6 seems like the only way for now. There's nothing here. Was he not losing something here? Time.
Look left, look right, and I come with a hook right. Hook right. This what the angles look like. Way up, stood high, taking the view when it look right. And oh, it's the good life, whipping the sauce when I cook like. Look left, look right, yeah, come with a hook right. Hook right, make all the man them look twice. I'm way up, stood high, but I've been in the field like Suge Knight. And they know it took time. This what a legacy look like.
Yes. That was a nice win. I feel good about this win because this guy's flagged me so many times in Arena Kings. So to beat him in Title Tuesday with 1 second increment, it feels like justice. That was a nice win, huh, chat? Wasn't it? Raunak on 4.5. How's the rest of the standings? Pranav is doing pretty well. 5 out of 5. I don't know. This needs to be updated though. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Go, Shri OP. Any idea about viewer tickets for the Olympiad in general? There's no tradition of live watching in Olympiad, guys. Not just in Chennai. And in the post-COVID world, I don't expect things to be live out there. At best, there will be a place where you can watch from a screen or something, but you won't actually have a live. Maybe what we can do, have a place where there's a screen and Sagar and Samay are commentating live, and there's some kind of a small enclosure between them. That would be amazing. Meanwhile, Rohit Krishna with 6 out of 6, Pranav with 5 out of 6, and Raunak out here should be drawing this, so he will have 5 out of 6. And Setu with 4.5. This is how the. Okay. This pairing I don't like at all. Raunak is incredibly strong, but let's see if I can survive this one. Will he play the London? Yeah, he has played the London before too. We had this exact variation just some time ago in Arena Kings. H3, bishop h5, knight h4, you take and go queen d7. This is all theory. Bishop d3, I think the move is bishop d6. Takes, queen into b7, rook b8. This is the point. There's some bishop d6, takes, queen b7, rook b8. I don't know what happens after queen e6. But let's try it out. Short castle. Now this should be okay. I mean, this shouldn't be a problem. Queen into b7, this would be b8. b8 is a I don't know. There's some g5, g4 idea here. With king h8, rook g8. It's a scary plan to play out though. But it's just a blitz game, so let's try it out. F5 and f4 feels a bit too much, no? I want to play such openings in classical chess. In blitz, king h8, rook g8 is not going to happen. There's king g2 and rook h1. Unless, do I have some knight into f2 here? Just go bishop g6 for now. And king g7. I guess king g7 should be okay. Knight h4, maybe f1. h5 is also an option. He's playing fast, yeah? Should go knight f6 or h5. f5 looks okay. I don't feel like I can go wrong with f5. But I can, of course, because this all feels so weak. And I think here I'm just worse. Takes, queen d1, and I'm just losing this pawn. Somewhere something has gone wrong. Not sure what. I can go e5, I guess. Queen f6 out here. Trying to hold on. Queen f6, I'm not sure if he saw it come beforehand. f3 into d4. I don't know if Raunak is playing from India or Reykjavik. Rook f1 also we take ed. Kind of got this by luck though. Rook e2, ed, rook e6, queen f1. Rook f1 also we have ed for the moment. The idea of knight into d4. ed4, queen f5, I guess. What else do we do? Takes and d4 should be okay. For the moment. For the moment we are doing fine, I guess. Okay, now it's a pretty simple question, but also pretty easy to go wrong if we are not careful. Let's see if he wants knight d4. What if I just go rook d4? No problem. I just blended this. Typical. Typical things of age. Stupid blender. Just king g5, I guess. King perfectly placed in the center earlier. to move it. Can win this pawn. Gotta go for it. Okay, this is a bit too solid for taste.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is
What?
all we'll ever trust. Yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.
Yes, this is bound to end in a draw. That was close. That was close, and I just hope I didn't miss any opportunity to win towards the end. I just got lucky. Here. Could I have done something differently? Yeah. A3 is not winning. This pawn wins. This was close. Here maybe I should have gone A3, and I had a chance to win. Here I had a chance to win, right? A3 with A3. That would have been sweet. No, but I don't think I deserve to win this game anyway, because he was the one pressing throughout. And 94.7, 94.6. No, there was never a chance to win actually. But I could have tried. I could have tried with A3, but yeah, A3 was pretty strong here. Yeah. I should have gone A3 first. I don't know why. I took knight to G4. Okay, at some level I was pretty happy with the draw. But I could have taken my time here, played A3 and... yeah, but at some level I was happy with the draw against Ronak. It was a good result for both of us. So that way it feels the best possible result. Okay, so 5.5 out of 7, and it looks like Rohit Krishna has drawn, so he has 6.5 out of 7. He will play against Ferozi. Pranav has 5.5 out of 7, and how did Setu do? How's Pranav with 5.5 out of 7? Setu seems to have gone down a bit. Meanwhile, round 8 has begun, and I'll have the white pieces against Alexander Botnik, with whom I have had quite a few battles, by the way. Let's go with the good old trusted English opening. It's a similar setup to what I did against MI Turbo. Is C5? But it was not a good opening against Terry, to be honest. So I don't know why I'm repeating this. It is just because it went well once, it shouldn't really be going well again. And I am already not a big fan of my position, to be honest. Queen's here was a good move. Now bishop f4 is e5 and I lose a piece. b3 I can play here. Knight into d4, queen into d4. I guess that should be okay. Queen c6 check, there's f3. So I guess that should be okay. I hope it should be okay. It doesn't feel right, to be honest. Feels a bit risky. Yeah, this is the problem. Okay, if I take cd, knight d5, queen d5, queen into c3, and then I just move my bishop. At least I'm not worse, right? But c into d5, he has other moves, like knight g4. And then I'm just losing a piece. So we are already worse here, which is a horrible thing with the white pieces. What do I do here? Oh man, this is such a terrible position to get out of the opening. Why did I allow this to happen to myself? I don't know how I can get out of this. Knight e4 is also a threat. It was a bad idea to repeat what worked against Terry. Oh my god, I also burnt a whole minute for this. Okay, let's resist. Let's try to resist. My misery started when I played b3 in this game. But yeah, let's try to resist. He's going to take queen into c4, and then queen into c4, queen into c4, look into c4. This is a problem. Bishop into e7. This is not just a pawn down, but he also has a better. He also has a better position. So let's try to trade the rooks. But okay, here's something strong like e6 here. Take this. Can't I just take this? I should. Yeah, yes, knight d5, but I saw rook b3 and rook b6. Some holding chances. Knight d5 back, rook b3. Then is e4, or should we just go rook c1 here? We need to get the rook out after. We don't worry about this pawn for the moment. Take this rook to a7. If I take this a pawn, I think the chances of losing should be minimal. Need to watch out for some tactical blunders, you know. Like he goes rook f8, I go rook a7 and knight b5, and that would be like typical. I can go rook b6. What do I want to do? Just focusing on this pawn. Go rook b8 now. Yeah, rook b8 is a bit of a problem. Yes, we don't allow that rook to come out. But he can go rook d8 anyway. So it was better to play the other rook. To bring our own king into the game. I'm not too optimistic about holding this. Did he want to allow this?
Why you hanging on the rooftop by yourself? I have an open invitation, but you're telling me go get lost. I don't wanna see your face. Yeah, what the hell? So why don't we stay out to the morning light? 'Cause two wrongs can make a right. We're just doing what we feeling right now. So Chardonnay, we camp in the parking lot. Leave traces of plastic cups. We're just doing what we feeling right now. So what the hell? Why you hanging on the rooftop by yourself? Always waiting for the one, but I got news for you. I'm the best that you can get. So what the hell? So what the hell? You're pretending that you like somebody else. Like you got boys waiting in line to take you home. But tell the truth, you spend the night alone. Let's be
Oh no!
so why don't
Shouldn't have allowed that.
out to the morning light? 'Cause two wrongs can make
Damn, I almost got the draw there. How did that happen? It happened because of this rook h6. I should have just gone rook c6 and it was just a draw. Rook c6, bishop f2, rook c7 check. Rook c6 check, it was just a draw. Rook h6, allowing rook h6. That just turned the game around. I mean, I just missed. That was like the last trick. The last trick, and I got a bit greedy to win it. That was a problem. 5 out of 8, and how's the top champ is at 6.5 expected. The other guy is Rohit Krishna has lost. Who did he lose? He lost against Fedosiv, yeah? How did that happen? Rohit Krishna lost against Fiducie, and Setu has 5.5 out of 8 as well. Around the same rating as me. Prano also has 5.5. This is surprising. Shouldn't be having the same points as me. And otherwise, how the rest of the people do? Guria Chikina 5. So it's I guess Sham Nickel 5 out of 8. That's it. 5.5. 5.5. Oh, that's Siva Mahadevan at 6. And thank you, Anshuman. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I got a bit greedy, like my friend and my student. So this was Pranav. This was Big Fish's game against Pranav. 6a4, not a very ambitious setup, but okay. Just took the pawn. He just took the pawn. Oh, this went wrong for Pranav pretty early. He just lost a pawn. c5, dc, knight c3, and now he had to go knight g4, bishop d4, e5. This was the right way to go. He went queen c7, and this went wrong for him pretty quickly. Queen h4, f6, knight d4, bishop f7, knight b5. He was just a pawn down right out of the opening, and I guess it was a pretty easy game for Big Fish from him. These kind of openings with like 6a4 pretty effective in blitz chess in general. Thanks Shubhajit, but I don't think so. It's not great games actually. It's okayish, but it can be a lot better. It should be a lot better. So this was Pranav's loss. And how did Ronak get to 6.5? Who did he defeat? Defeated IGROK. That is Igor Glek, if I'm not wrong. Oh no, that's Drave. Oh, he defeated Drave with the black pieces. It's not bad at all. And he did this in the modern defense. I guess he must have been pretty ambitious after that draw against me, coming out like a raging bull. This modern setup with a6, I guess it's also known as the Tigers modern or something like that. I don't know. But a6, a4, b6, bishop d3, bishop d7, knight d7, e6, pretty normal stuff. Generally these positions tend to be a bit better for white because white has a lot more space, but it's pretty easy to overextend yourself if you're white. Fine, bishop e3. Yeah, okay, this is normal. You want to keep control of the center. c3, short castle, knight g5, putting your piece on an outpost, not bad. And so far it's a pretty nice position for white. f3 was perhaps a mistake. And d5 is not an easy move to make. f3 allowed Ronak to equalize. And Drave realized that things hadn't gone his way now. Because if he takes f into e4, there's knight g4. So something had gone terribly wrong. And now he lashes out with knight into f7. But this was not available, simply speaking. And pretty soon black just outplayed him. Ronak just outplayed him. So it was pretty easy for Ronak out here. He just got a position and his opponent kind of just went wrong with f3 himself. True, Ishan is the worst. The worst jinxer. He came in, I played b3 and I ended up losing. So Ronak has 6.5. How did Rohit Krishna get here? How did he get to 6.5 out of 8? The White Knight. 26th one. Do you think his birthday is on 26th December? Let's have a look at his win against E10 Bakro. The Semislav defense. D into c4, you go a4 because you want to capture back on c4 and don't want black to play b5. a4, c5, takes, e3, short castle, bishop at c4, developing with a tempo, short castle, bishop b7, e4, taking control of the center. Then you develop your piece, queen e2, and bishop d2. Queen f6 feels odd, but yeah, he wants knight e5, makes sense. Takes takes g3, rook d8, rook is c1, bishop d4, knight into g3. Wow, this was nice. Then where did things go wrong for black here? It's all good till now. Okay. And here he's even just winning queen f1 to get to. Okay, my game has started against Brave. So BRB guys. E3 will go. He'll go Slav. He's a Slav player. He'll go c6. Yeah, now c6. Oh, okay. Just for this. Interesting. How do you want to do this? Some take. Knight e2. Then there's some g3 out here. If he goes d4 now. Knight d4 and knight f5. Okay, this doesn't feel right what I did. I think I shouldn't have taken b into a4. And I ended up pre-moving it. Okay, let's pretend as if we are under control. Rook into a4, there's a little trick. There's d4. And if you take knight into a4, I'll just chup chop come bishop a1 for the moment. Bishop a6 with the idea of knight d3 and bishop d3. He understands this is the focal point in this position. I don't think pretending that we are under control is going to work so well here. We just have to admit that we don't really have control over things. Idea is knight c6. Knight d3 we are sacrificing an exchange, going knight c6 and then taking bishop into f6. So an exchange sacrifice. And I think this shouldn't be so bad for white. So he goes queen d7, bishop into f6, g into f6, and now knight h4 I was thinking to get this knight onto f5 and also to open up this bishop. I think he'll take knight into e1, rook into e1. Bishop c4, I could have anticipated this. And move this knight, he goes queen into a4. And he keeps following my queen. Do I have some queen c3 here? Knight into c1, queen into f6 is an option. Knight d4 just doesn't feel great at all. Has to be something better for me here. I mean, we have to find it somehow. Make it happen. What can we do? I saw something and then I just forgot about it completely. I need to make a move now. It's gotten to that point. Yeah, it was queen c3. I lost like some 30 seconds there just trying to recollect what I had in mind.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Shawty loves it, yeah. Loves that I'm a dog. They don't want it, yeah. They scared of what I know.
Queen into f6.
The budget, yeah. I gotta get my own. Shout out my
And
bros, this right here
partly
deserves a
it's a
toast. A lot of people back home
threat to
on my
make a
back and they
perpetual
know.
here.
Trying to get on my line, cause the people I know.
Then there are ideas like knight f5 also.
They ain't doing this shit, tripping over my flows. Yeah, I'm on the way, tell them I don't play. Yeah, I'm on the move, trying to get my pay. I might just move on and watch and pray. Yeah,
What if he just goes rook e6 here?
I'm on my way.
Queen g5, rook g6. Takes bishop d5. I have to just try and complicate things here. That's the only survival strategy. King f8 is a good one.
Shawty loves it, yeah, loves that I'm a goat. Yeah.
Way too much time actually. Not that the position is great, but
Yeah, yeah.
time factor compounds my problems. I just trapped.
They don't want it, yeah. They scared of what I know. Told you the budget, yeah. I gotta get my own. Shout out my bros, this right here deserves a toast. Yeah.
Just take this one.
Back home on my back and they know. Trying to get on my line, cause the people I know.
Oh damn! I just blended this.
7 plus on the roads. They ain't doing this shit, tripping over my flows.
Should have started with knight d4.
Yeah, I'm on the move, trying to get my
Just blended this completely.
I might just move on and watch and pray. Yeah,
If I played knight d4 here, do I still have chances?
on my way. Manifest this here, 7 plus on the roads.
It was bad.
Tripping over my flows.
How did the rest of the Indians do? Ronak playing against ET in back row and he's winning. So he has 6.5 out of 8. And Rohit Krishna, White Knight, 26-12. No, this was pretty bad. Huh? Knight d4, it's already -3. This is rook e5. Okay, so it's a good feeling. If I had to go knight d4, okay, noted. Lesson learned. This was not bad either. Okay, bishop at f6 and knight f4 here also. Knight h4 was a bad one. I could have just come back knight d4. Okay, alright. That was not a good game by me. Just a bad quality game. Raunak has won, so he goes to 7.5 out of 9. And Pranav has 6.5. How did Rohit Krishna do? White, white knight. White, 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 white knight. He lost 2 in a row. Unfortunate. He lost against Botnik. It's a pretty strong tournament though. Up there. Sham Nikal on 6, Shiva Mahadevan on 6, and what's Setu do? I guess there's also. Achha, this is Desi. I thought it was Shahil De. How is the rest of them doing? I can't see Setu out here. I can't see Setu out here. So let's see. Maybe let's search for. Setu lost against Chong. He lost against Dubo, Chong, and Ferozi. He's lost against some pretty strong players out there. When your students discuss thought process in the interviews, aren't you worried that their opponents will use it against them in next tournaments? No, I think it's not such a big deal, to be honest. There's only, I mean, how much can they take in account? Regarding the rating calculation, I believe one of Arjun's games in Bangladesh was a walkover, so that's not counted for the rating. 2700chess.com counted it because their algorithm in Jesse's one, it adds up. And because of that, there was a discrepancy of 1 point. And I guess that is the reason why it got corrected to 2675. About Gukesh, I'm not. I don't know. That's the last game of round 9, so stay tuned for round 10. Fedosi is leading with Murjin, Andrekin on 7.5 along with Champ 2005. Alright, guys, let's go. Let's go. I'm going aggressive. Sicilian defense. Not so aggressive by my opponent though. Did I do something wrong? It's like a comfortable position for black. I'm surprised he allowed this. Sure if I wanted this pawn structure. It's playing so fast. Kind of intimidates me. Makes me wonder if I'm missing stuff. Will he go g3, huh? Queen h4 idea is to prevent this bishop h6. Primarily, that is the idea. Now maybe e5, d into e5, bishop d5. We need to get these pieces out, so we have to open them up. Nihal is playing in Norway up next. The Fagan is open. Now we have these light squares, yeah? Bishop g4, bishop f3. Attacking this pawn. We might go bishop d4. To bishop d4, what do we do? We just go bishop d6. Then try and get bishop h4. This is a massive hole. Just go bishop g4. We need to be careful with this knight d7, allowing this. Because I'll do some rook e8 at some point, or rook c8. Not sure. Let's see what he does. He goes rook e3. I can go rook d8. Bishop f3, there's knight d7. I don't know what I should do here. But black is not doing bad. White is not doing bad either. This much we can be sure about. I need to play faster. This threat of bishop f4, but he saw that coming. He saw that coming, and he's now bringing on. He's playing well. He's seeing some basic tactics, and I need to defend against this next. A pretty big strategic problem, I think. Yeah, actually a pretty strong move, I think. How do I overcome this? Rook into c5? Actually, he can just ignore it if I take rook into c5. But he has rook e8 check. So I guess I have only one option. This is going bad for me, guys. I have to go here. I spent a bit too much time deliberating over that, and I didn't really have an option. Okay, good game by my opponent. Played a pretty unambitious opening, so I took him a bit lightly, and I got punished for that. Now okay, let's see. Not really going to work, but we can try, can't we? Oh, I didn't see my time at all. Yes, yes, yes. What a win. What a win, guys. Shri OP in the chat. What a win that was. Oh my god. Unbelievable. There was such terrible technique by him, though. He was so winning. I mean, he was up by a rook and a piece. He could have gone queen g5, knight f6 check. It was game over here, you know. Queen g5 was a stronger move. And he chose to... Okay, so here also just, you know, bring the rook back. Rook e5. And rook into h5 was a crazy risky move. And around this point, I didn't see the time, you know, and suddenly I have like 0.6 seconds. And otherwise, let's see. Let's see. How did Ronak go? Champ 2012. He lost. He lost against Sarana, and Pranav won, so 7.5. It's understandable that these two guys are the top two Indians so far, and it's actually 10:20. I just get the feeling that it's 12:20 playing Tyrell Tuesday for 2 hours. Setu also has 6.5 out there, and CRG has 6.5. Okay, interesting. Siva Mahadevan has 7 out of 10. That was amazing, right? Raunak went for a Benoni, a bit of an ambitious opening, and oh, he lost his move out here. Knight into d5 was a blender. He went here thinking knight into d5, queen into d4, but probably missed some bishop g5 related tactic, and everything fell, and he just lost this one. Too much pressure trying to win with the black pieces. Alright guys, last round. I'm playing Yakub Faikan. I actually wanted to forget about my game and focus on one of the Indians if they had a chance to finish in the top, but I don't see anyone, so bishop b5 doesn't feel good here. Not a main bow. Trying the bishop out. Oh, he knows this, I guess. He knows the team. I don't like it when my opponent knows the theory and I don't. Pinning my rook, I move my rook away. Bishop into c6, I have a choice actually. I can take with the queen, I can take with the pawn. I like taking with the queen because it goes into the endgame, where at least I know that I won't get mated instantly. This is how old men think. I'll take with the pawn for now. Because we're not old, we're not totally old yet, are we? I can come back bishop d7 or I can go e6. Knight e5, bishop h5 or bishop f5. Two of these options. I think there's going to be a problem with this c6 pawn in the future. I had to take knight into d5 so the only move. Just to prevent knight e5 related stuff, so that my c6 pawn didn't face issues. Now I think I can bring my bishop out. I can go to d6, I can go to e7. I feel like queen b5 is also an option, just driving his queen away. Queen c2, there's bishop f5. Otherwise, you go bishop e7 and short turns. Not really achieving much. He'll go, queen, even I had knight f4 in mind. My king is still in the center though. And I'll take queen into b2, I guess. If he goes here, I can take with my knight. I can take with my pawn, or I can take with this pawn. I'll take with this pawn. Take this. I kept my king in the center without castling, and now it's useful in the endgame. With this we complete our development. All the pieces are out. Knight on b2 well placed, bishop on f5 well placed. Now next move knight d3 is a threat, because we want to get this rook onto c8. Now knight to But if I move this knight, should be okay, huh? Rook c8, knight c5, and now back knight d3. Knight b4. Uh, he wants to get this knight c5 but not allow my knight d3, which I can do anyway because he has back rank weakness. So knight c5, I have knight d3, knight into d3, bishop into d. Okay, he goes h3, so now rook c2. Knight c1 doesn't look good. Bishop e4, bishop d5. Bishop should be in the center, as all pieces should be. In the center, pieces control a great deal of squares. Oh, that was smooth. That was smooth. And 7.5 out of 11, guys. I'm really sorry, Rohan Vinod, but it's only 11 rounds here. So 7.5 out of 11. That's the last round. Let's have a quick look at what the other Indians are doing. There's Ronak out there playing against Vijay. Sorry, not Vijay Pranav. He's playing against Pranav. Pranav V. This is Pranav V, right? Who I recently played in Bangladesh. So this is literally an Indian championship to see who scores the most in this iteration of the Title Tuesday. Let's see. Let's see. But okay, I think Raunak is just going to clearly win this. He's just going to queen the c pawn, and there's no easy way for black out of this. So this is, I think Raunak is going to score 8.5. Well deserved, because I think he was the strongest player amongst the Indians. Siva Mahadevan, 7 out of 10. I think Title Tuesday should also start having a best Indian prize. What do you think, chat? We start with the best Indian prize and then we move towards best 3 Indians. Wouldn't that be fun? So Raunak is winning. Setu also has 6.5. If he wins, he will catch up with me. Siva Mahadevan finishes with 7.5 out of 11. And who else? White Knight. Rohit Krishna. He's playing against Jumabai. He's winning. So he's going to score 8.5 out of 11. That's an amazing performance by Rohit Krishna. It's Rohit Krishna, right? Yes. An amazing performance by Rohit Krishna. He finishes off with 8.5. Raunak and Pranav playing with 7.5 each. And I think Raunak is set to win this, with which he will also go 8.5 out of 11. Meanwhile, guys, do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because if we are to get a best Indian prize, then there should be a lot of interest from the Indian viewers, the Indian chat, and that's how we make it happen. So do hit the like button. And here we are. Setu. So Raunak has won. Raunak goes to 8.5 out of 11. Setu is winning his game. So with this win, he will potentially finish with 8.5. Sorry, 7.5. And call Hari Krishna on stream. You mean India number 3 Hari Krishna, or are you just mixing up Rohit Krishna? Rohit Krishna finishes with on the 8th place, but I think Raunak will get a prize. He's right now on the 5th place. But okay, the top 2 are playing, so they are already up there. Then Sarana is playing. How many points? So there are a few people with 8 out of 10 who are playing, so they will probably overtake Raunak. I'm not sure if he has enough to get into the top 5. Usually you need 9 points to get into the top 5. And queen g5. White has to go queen g5. White needs to counter attack. This is not going to do. The a pawn queens. There's no. Oh, why? Oh, he won by time. He had to just go a2. This was such a bad move. Queen c6, queen f3, queen f7, and Setu was in massive trouble. But he managed to win on time. Maybe that was part of his strategy. Queen c6, making an unexpected move, so his opponent will flag. Setu finishes with 7.5. a good tiebreak. My tiebreak is terrible because I started with two draws, and that affects your tiebreak. So it's Raunak at 8.5 after a flawless win over Pranav and Rohit Krishna. Both of them at 8.5, but Raunak will be unfortunate not to finish in the top five. Andrekin will probably finish in the top five because he has the best tiebreak, but uh, the others will not. I mean, no. Yeah, standings are better now. Cool. So Botnik finishes first. Of course, he had to after that brilliant win against me. Well deserved. Fedosi at the second spot. Sarana third. Jospem, as I like to call him, because Jose Eduardo is a lot longer and Jospem feels a lot more personal. So Farchas on YouTube, Andrekin with the fifth spot, Jeffrey Chong sixth, Ronak seventh. Wonderful time, eighth spot, Dubo on the ninth spot, and Rohit Krishna rounds up the top 10. I guess that's the top 10. Pretty much all the games over. Sugiro is still playing against Murjin, so one of them will probably go up and replace Rohit Krishna in the top 10. And it's going to be Murjin, the younger one. He'll actually move to 9 points. So, the top 5 will be with 9 points as usual. Murjin moves on to 9 points. He finishes at number 5. He actually finishes at number 3. Well done. Very young Russian prodigy. And that's it, guys. That's it. It's Botnik first, Fedosi second, Murjin third, Sarana fourth, and Jospam fifth. Andrekin finishes sixth, Jeffrey Chong seventh, and Raunak, the top performing Indian, at the eighth place. Wonderful time at number 9, and Dubo at number 10. The tournament was this strong that Dubo had to finish number 10. Imagine that. Title Tuesday is a very strong and serious event. And apart from that, we have a bunch of people on 8 points. Honorable mentions to no one in particular because there are no Indians with 8 points. And then we have a bunch of people at 7.5 as well. Setu leading the way. And I'm here at 31st along with Pranav V at 32nd. And the rest, a lot of people on 7 points as well. Siva Mahadevan amongst the Indians, CRG Krishna, and Herrick Hansen shockingly finishing so low. It's incredibly shocking that he finishes at this part of the table. I don't even see where he disappeared, but he was out here somewhere. And this is Harshvardhan GV, I guess. He has 6.5. Arjun doesn't play Title Tuesday every week, actually. And believe it or not, people have a life outside of chess too. I know it's hard to believe when you look at the chess players in general, but they do. And I guess that sums up the Indians. People above. So Ronak finishes first among Indians and in the top 10 with 8.5. Amazing performance. And Ronak, he just showed his strength. He proved his strength, and he stood apart. Rohit Krishna also, fantastic performance to score 8.5 out of 11 against such a strong field. He defeated several players over 2600. He defeated Bakro, he defeated Jumabe, and these two players stood apart. Then there was Setu, there was Pranav with 7.5. I scored 7.5 as well, and a bunch of people tied with Herrick Hansen, who is an extremely strong chess player and an especially strong blitz player. Siva Mahadevan, CRG Krishna, and that sums up our Title Tuesday this week, focusing on Indians. I hope you had a good time. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed. And And yeah, I hope you had a fun time. I hope you enjoyed. And that will be this week of Title Tuesday. So before you tune out, do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and see you all soon, shortly, either on my channel or back here. So subscribe here, stay tuned, and I'll be back soon. Thank you so much, chat, for staying through, and see you all really, really soon. Bye bye.